Job search must-haves for 2025 for everybody that's trying to get a job right now or trying to move from one job to another. Number one, we're going to talk about resume and cover letter. Both of these are available for free formats in Microsoft Word, and they should both be created in Microsoft Word. Now, please hear this, guys. You cannot use any of the formats that have the following in them: symbols, numbers, pictures, or lines. Why? Because the applicant tracking system inside the major job boards will exclude resumes and put them into does not match for jobs for sorting when they see these things and they don't recognize what the symbols are. So in resumes and cover letters, plain text with bullets. That's it. That's all you need on there. Trust me. So once you get the basic information filled into the resume template, use one of the basic ones, go over to ChatGPT or whatever your free AI is that you like, and you're going to give it a simple prompt. The prompt is going to say something like, I am optimizing my resume for keywords for a, let's say, marketing manager job. Let's make up a job. And please give me the most keyword heavy and results heavy resume that you can, because remember, that's what they're looking for in resumes now. They're not looking for any more, this is where I worked, these were my duties. They're looking for, this is where I worked, here's how I affected my job. Like, I did X that gave me Y result in this time frame. So I increased sales by 7% in the year of 2023, whatever it happens to be. So you're going to tell ChatGPT again that, or whatever your AI is, that you want a keyword heavy resume. And you're going to copy your resume from Microsoft Word and paste it in there and hit enter with that prompt. It will spit something out. Now you're going to take that and copy it back into Word, and then you're going to go through, don't just use AI resumes, go through and edit it with your information, and so it looks like a human is speaking. I can't even get into it because it's too long a video to tell you guys how many resumes that I get that are just big blocks of text. Like, those are just tossed, guys. We don't have time to try to read through people that can't even format a resume. Cover letter, same thing, create it in Word. And remember, with the cover letter, you're trying to use the WIFM method, which is the what's in it for me, from the company's point of view. Don't talk about why this job is great for you. Don't talk about why you're so great. Talk about what you can do for the company. So job search must-haves, resume and cover letter created in Word, ran through ChatGPT or your favorite AI, and then this is very important, saved in PDF for when you upload it to the job board, send it to companies in email, anything. Do not send your resume and cover letter in Microsoft Word. Why? Because depending on whatever version of Word they have, the formatting can shift on that. And let's say you have a job that's near the bottom of a page, sometimes that job will move down and you'll have half of it on each page and it looks terrible. It looks unprofessional, like you didn't know what you're doing, didn't know how to save a document. That can even be with a saved document. So make sure that you save it into PDF for the final version for both job boards and to email it out. Next thing that you have to have up, ready to go and set up, is you have to have your LinkedIn set up properly. What do I mean by that? Your LinkedIn should basically look like your resume. Here's who I am, here's where I've worked, and then now you can use that very basic version of LinkedIn, or you can use the much upgraded version. I'm not talking about the premium that you paid for, but you can use LinkedIn to get jobs in ways that most people don't understand. First of all, not just applying for jobs in LinkedIn, but any company that you want to work for. Let's say that you're going to apply for company A for this position. Now, what most people will do as soon as they apply for company A, guys, is they'll go over to company B and then start to apply. That's not the way that you're supposed to do this anymore in 2025. When you apply to company A, now you're going to scan down in the job description and see if it lists the hiring manager. If it lists the hiring manager, you're going to go on LinkedIn and try to find that person, connect with them. If that person, you can't find their LinkedIn or whatever, go over to the company's webpage, go into their About Us section and go down and find the members of our team, find that person, or find somebody in that vertical. You're in marketing, find a marketing manager. If you can't find somebody in your vertical, go to HR, go to the recruiter for that company, whoever it is. You'll be able to find somebody on there to be able, and now you're going to do a connect. So you only do each apply with a connect, meaning that instead of doing 100 applications this week, it should be 50 applications with 50 connects. Now, have you heard people over the years say, man, if I could just get in front of somebody and just get an interview, I could get the job? The connect is getting in front of somebody. There's a lot of little tricks you can do here too, that people get through. So most hiring managers, chiefs of companies, everything else, their work email is online. You can go online and find it, and you can send them your resume and say, hey, I'm really interested in this job, already applied, love to talk to somebody about it. So use what's available to you. Don't just spam apply everywhere. It doesn't work anymore, guys. Get rid of the middleman, connect with somebody at the company, go direct. Now, next thing is that you're in two different positions depending on whether you have unemployment or you don't have unemployment. If you still have unemployment, you don't want to go work a bunch of side hustle jobs because it's going to mess up your unemployment, right? To varying degrees on each state. I know there's different rules in each state. However, when it comes to unemployment where you have no more of it, it's all run out, you're not eligible for any more, you should be side hustling. That means Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, medical deliveries, whatever you can. That's the one that most people know and do about for a certain number of hours a day. So maybe you tell yourself, I'm going to do that for 4 hours a day, and I'm going to apply for jobs for 4 hours a day. If you're just sitting in your house applying for jobs for 8 hours a day plus, you're going to go nuts, and it's not even going to be helpful to you. It's not going to make you get a job faster to do it for 4 hours a day versus 8 hours a day. It's not, because there's only so many new jobs out there every single week. And so you going crazy and having no money coming in will not be helpful to you being in a good place when somebody finally does call for an interview and your mental health. So the other ones that everybody sleeps on, which are very foolish to pass up on, is I'm not just talking about like dog walking. I'm talking about dog sitting and house sitting are heavily slept on. And these are slept on by the wrong people, meaning that these aren't just for people that are looking for jobs. Like if you can house sit 2 or 3 days a week, people pay you several $100s just to sit their house or sit their dogs or their cats. But people that work remote, if they don't have kids, like they should be house sitting. You can work remote from somebody else's living room. And if you're a college student and you want to go in between, times to check on somebody's house as a source of extra income, it's a very low bar for effort to be able to sit in somebody's house. If I was a remote worker, I'd be house sitting all the time. I'd be sitting in there using their internet, doing all my job applications while I got paid to sit in their house. So those things are all available and they're underutilized by a lot of people. Last thing is that if you are telling yourself that you won't go to job fairs, or you won't do temp work, or you won't take a lower level job while you're looking for your other job, I would tell you that you're kidding yourself, because I've been in this position before. And if you have some kind of money coming in, if you go flip burgers and then you commit that for 2 hours a night, you're going to apply for jobs when you get home. The reality of flipping those burgers will be so strong if that is a far level below what you're used to. Like if you go from flipping burgers to flipping burgers, no problem. But if you were a director at a company and now you're flipping burgers while you're trying to make money, how long are you just going to sit at home, let your savings deplete, let friends and family try to help you run out any kind of money or any opportunity that you have, or move back home with your parents or your friends or whatever you have to do? How long is that reality going to be better than doing some job and then applying for other jobs? So people put a great deal of financial stress and pressure on themselves. It's better to have some work going than it is just to sit home and not have anything coming in and just be strangled by that. So those are my tips for the 2025 job market, is that please, number one is every job that's applied for also connects with somebody at the company. Every single person that I have advised to do this has gotten work. All of the friends, family, colleagues, people that, got laid off in the last 2 years have come to me like, Matt, how do I get a job? I'm like, it's the connection thing right now. It's the biggest thing, is find somebody at the company, connect with them about that role, and just do that every single time you apply for a job. You'll be in a much better position. If you have other tips that'll help people, put them below so we can help as many people as possible get hired in 25.